Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a moment to ask ourselves, who is the most important project you will ever work on? The answer isn't your career, your relationships, or even your biggest dreams. The answer is you. You see, the greatest investment you can make is in your own growth. Too often, we get caught up in other people's priorities, the noise of the world, and the distractions that pull us away from what truly matters. But when you focus on yourself, your mind, your habits, and your purpose, you unlock the doors to a life of success, fulfillment, and impact. Remember this: you cannot pour into others if your own cup is empty. You cannot build a towering legacy on a shaky foundation. That's why focusing on you isn't selfish, it's necessary. It's about becoming the person who is capable of achieving the goals you dream of, the person who inspires others by example. Here's the truth: life will challenge you, test you, and sometimes overwhelm you. But when you focus on developing yourself, you'll find that the strength to overcome every obstacle was within you all along. So today, let's commit to the journey of self-mastery. Let's become relentless in our pursuit of personal growth. Because when you focus on you, the possibilities are endless. You are, without a doubt, your greatest asset. This might sound like a simple statement, but it holds incredible power when you truly understand it. Every success you achieve, every obstacle you overcome, every dream you realize begins with you. Your mind, your skills, your character, these are the building blocks of everything you can become. Think about it: money can come and go. Opportunities can slip through your fingers. But when you develop yourself, when you focus on becoming the person you need to be to succeed, everything else starts to align. Your knowledge, your discipline, and your work ethic are the tools that will carry you through the hardest times. The key to success is never about waiting for the right moment or the right circumstances. It's about creating the right mindset, the right habits, and the right environment for yourself. Too many people spend their lives waiting for the world to give them what they want. But the truth is, the world doesn't owe you anything. What you get out of life is a direct reflection of what you put into yourself. The wealth of your life isn't in the things you accumulate. It's in the growth you experience, the knowledge you gain, and the way you transform into someone who can handle anything that comes your way. Your potential is unlimited, but you have to invest in it. Just like any asset, you must nurture it, develop it, and protect it. You see, the most valuable thing you can do is make sure that your mind is always expanding. When you invest in learning, in growing, and in becoming a better version of yourself, you position yourself to succeed in ways you never thought possible. Success is built on the person you are and the person you are becoming. So if you're serious about your future, make it a priority to invest in you. Cultivate your mind, sharpen your skills, and take care of your body. Every dollar you spend on self-improvement, every minute you spend working on your personal growth, is an investment that pays infinite dividends. When you realize that you are your greatest asset, you'll start treating yourself with the respect and commitment that you deserve. And that's when the true magic happens. Strength doesn't come from external circumstances. It's not something you can buy, borrow, or receive from someone else. The real strength that carries you through life's toughest challenges comes from within. It's the quiet resolve you build when no one's looking. It's the mindset you develop, the discipline you commit to, and the character you forge during the hard times. Too many people look outside themselves for strength. They wait for someone to encourage them, or for the right situation to present itself, or for luck to play a part. But strength isn't found in circumstances, it's found in the decisions you make. It's the choice to keep going when things get hard, the choice to stay disciplined when distractions arise, and the choice to be patient when results don't come overnight. Life is going to test you. Challenges will come often when you least expect them. There will be moments when everything feels like it's falling apart, when the path ahead seems unclear, or when doubt creeps into your mind. But in those moments, the strength you've built from within is what will carry you forward. It's the inner fire that pushes you to keep moving when the world says to give up. True strength is mental. It's the ability to control your thoughts and emotions, to stay focused on your goals even when everything around you is chaotic. It's the resilience to bounce back from failure, to learn from mistakes, and to keep your vision clear despite the setbacks. The world may try to break you, but if you've built strength within, nothing can keep you down for long. The beauty of internal strength is that it's something you can grow every day. Every time you choose to push through difficulty, every time you take responsibility for your actions, and every time you challenge yourself to be better, you're building a foundation that's unshakable. This strength isn't something you're born with, it's something you create. So if you want to thrive, if you want to overcome life's toughest challenges, Understand that the strength you need is already inside you. It's not a question of having what it takes, it's a question of nurturing it, refining it, and trusting that it will rise when you need it most. Strength comes from within, and the more you develop it, the more unstoppable you become. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, and it is your responsibility to guard it like the most precious asset in your life. What you allow into your mind, what you feed it, will shape your thoughts, your actions, and ultimately your destiny. Too many people let their minds become a dumping ground for negativity, for fear, for doubt, and for the opinions of others. But if you want to create a life of success, happiness, and fulfillment, you must be intentional about what you allow in. Think of your mind as a garden. If you don't actively care for it, weeds will grow. If you don't consciously plant seeds of positivity, growth, and productivity, then the negativity, the distractions, and the doubts will take over. You must be the gardener of your own mind, constantly planting seeds of hope, encouragement, and possibility. The information you consume every day matters more than you think. Television, social media, the news, they all fill your mind with noise, with fear, and with opinions that may not serve your best interests. And if you're not careful, that noise will drown out your own inner voice. Instead of absorbing the negativity of the world, guard your mind by choosing to fill it with things that empower you. Read books that inspire you, listen to podcasts that challenge you, and spend time with people who lift you up. But guarding your mind goes beyond just what you consume. It's also about protecting it from your own negative self-talk. Every time you doubt yourself, every time you tell yourself you're not good enough, every time you say, I can't, you're allowing weeds to grow in your mind. You must actively challenge those thoughts and replace them with empowering beliefs. You are capable. You are enough. You can achieve whatever you set your mind to. Guarding your mind means setting boundaries with people who drain you, boundaries with situations that hold you back, and boundaries with thoughts that don't serve you. The more you protect your mind from the negativity of the outside world and the inner critic, the more you create a space where your true potential can flourish. Remember, your mind is the control center of your life. What you think becomes what you do, and what you do ultimately determines the kind of life you live. So guard it carefully. Fill it with positive thoughts, with ideas that push you forward, and with a vision of the future that excites you. And don't let anyone or anything rob you of your peace of mind or your confidence in yourself. Because when you protect your mind, you protect your future. And when your mind is strong, your life will follow. If you want to create a life of success and fulfillment, you must start by prioritizing the most important asset you have, yourself. It may sound selfish, but the truth is, self-care is not just a luxury. It's a necessity. Too many people get caught up in the hustle, the demands of others, and the rush of life, and they forget that if they don't take care of themselves, they won't have anything to give to others. You can't pour from an empty cup. Self-care is about more than just taking a break or indulging in a few moments of relaxation. It's about committing to your well-being physically, mentally, and emotionally on a consistent basis. It's about making sure that you have the energy, the focus, and the strength to show up as your best self every day. Your body is the vehicle that carries you through life. If you neglect it, it will break down. You can't achieve long-term success if you're constantly exhausted, out of shape, or dealing with health problems that could have been avoided. Exercise, eat right, get enough sleep. These are the basics. But self-care also means listening to your body and giving it the rest it needs when it's telling you it's time to slow down. But physical health is just one part of the equation. Mental and emotional well-being are just as important. Your mind needs to be nourished with positive thoughts, with experiences that bring you joy, and with the space to relax and recharge. If you're constantly overwhelmed by stress, negativity, or toxic influences, you won't have the clarity and the mindset to perform at your best. Taking care of yourself means setting boundaries, knowing when to say no to demands that drain your energy, and knowing when to say yes to the things that align with your values and goals. It means creating space in your life for personal growth, reflection, and rejuvenation. Without this balance, you'll find yourself running on empty, constantly giving to others without replenishing your own reserves. Self-care also means investing in your emotional health. Spend time with people who uplift you. Engage in activities that make you feel fulfilled and at peace. Take time to reflect, to meditate, to connect with your inner self. When you nurture your emotional well-being, you'll be better equipped to handle challenges and deal with the pressures of life. When you prioritize self-care, you send a message to yourself and the world that you are worth the investment. You recognize that to show up as your best in every area of your life, whether it's your career, your relationships, or your personal ambitions, you need to be at your best physically, mentally, and emotionally. The bottom line is this: if you want to create a life that's full of abundance, joy, and success, You must first take care of the most important person in your life, you. You can't expect to perform at a high level if you're neglecting your own health and well-being. So make yourself a priority. Invest in yourself, because when you take care of you, everything else in your life will benefit. Setting clear goals is one of the most powerful things you can do to create the life you desire. Without clear goals, you're like a ship without a rudder, drifting aimlessly through the waters of life. You may have dreams and aspirations, but without direction, those dreams will remain just that, dreams. Goals give you a clear path forward, a sense of purpose, and a reason to keep moving, even when things get tough. When you set goals, you're not just creating a to-do list, you're defining the direction you want to go in life. Goals are the blueprint that helps you map out how you're going to build your future. They're the foundation upon which your success is built. And the more specific and detailed your goals are, the clearer your path becomes. The power of clarity cannot be underestimated. If you're unclear about what you want, your efforts will be scattered, your focus will be weak, and you will lack the drive necessary to achieve greatness. But when you have a clear goal, a target to shoot for, you can concentrate all your energy on hitting that target. Successful people don't stumble into their achievements by accident. They set clear, deliberate goals and break them down into manageable steps. They make sure that their actions every day are in alignment with their goals. They are relentless in their pursuit of what they want because they know exactly what they're working towards. Goals give you focus, and focus gives you the power to eliminate distractions and stay on course. It's not enough to simply set goals, though. You must write them down. When you write down your goals, you make them tangible, something you can look at every day. This helps keep them front and center in your mind, constantly reminding you of what you're working for. When you have that constant reminder, your mind works in the background to find solutions, to figure out how you can make it happen, and to align your actions with your objectives. Setting clear goals also means you need to have deadlines. A goal without a deadline is just a wish. Without a time frame, you're not holding yourself accountable. A deadline forces you to act, to stop procrastinating, and to move forward with urgency. It creates a sense of purpose and drives you to make progress, even when it feels uncomfortable or difficult. It's about getting things done no matter what. One of the keys to setting effective goals is to ensure they are challenging yet achievable. Goals that are too easy won't push you to grow, while goals that are too far out of reach will discourage you. The sweet spot is finding goals that stretch your abilities but are still within your potential to achieve. When you reach a goal that you've set for yourself, the sense of accomplishment and momentum it creates propels you to tackle the next one. It's also important to regularly review your goals. Life changes, and sometimes you need to reassess what you want and how you're going to get there. Revisiting your goals allows you to track your progress, make adjustments, and stay on course. And as you accomplish one goal, don't forget to set another. The journey of growth never ends. When you set clear goals, you take control of your life. You stop being a passive participant and start actively creating the future you want. So take the time to get crystal clear on your goals. Write them down. Make them specific, set deadlines. And most importantly, take consistent action toward them. Because when you know exactly where you're going, nothing can stop you from getting there. Your time is the most valuable resource you have, yet it's the one thing you can never get back once it's gone. The way you manage your time will determine the quality of your life. It's not just about staying busy or filling your day with tasks. It's about using your time wisely, strategically, and with purpose. The people who succeed in life are the ones who have learned to control their time, not let it control them. Time is like money. If you don't manage it carefully, it will slip through your fingers. And before you know it, years have passed, and you haven't made any real progress. The key is to treat time with the same respect you treat money. You wouldn't spend your money recklessly, so why spend your time without thought? Time, like money, should be spent on things that will bring value into your life, not things that drain it. The first step to controlling your time is learning to prioritize. There are 24 hours in a day, and while that may feel like a lot, you'll find that it's incredibly easy to waste time if you don't plan out how you're going to spend it. You have to ask yourself, what are the most important things I can do with my time right now? What activities will move me closer to my goals, to my vision for the future? The less important things, the distractions, and the trivial activities must be minimized or eliminated altogether. The more you focus on what really matters, the more productive you'll become. A critical part of controlling your time is saying no. It's not always easy, especially when people ask for your help or your attention. But remember this, every time you say yes to something, you're saying no to something else. If you say yes to activities that don't align with your goals, You're robbing yourself of the time you need to focus on what truly matters. Saying no is a skill that takes practice, but once you start using it, you'll find that you're able to protect your time and use it for your benefit. Another key to controlling your time is avoiding procrastination. It's easy to put things off, to delay taking action, but the truth is, procrastination only wastes time and steals your potential. The longer you put off important tasks, the harder they become. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment to start, take action now, even if it's just a small step. Small progress is better than no progress. The habit of taking action immediately will compound over time, and you'll find that your productivity increases dramatically. Time management also means creating systems and routines. When you have a routine, you don't have to waste time figuring out what to do next. You can automate and streamline parts of your day, leaving more room for the things that matter most. Successful people understand that their habits and routines are what drive their results. From the moment they wake up to the moment they go to bed, they know how to structure their day to maximize their time and energy. You also need to be intentional about how you spend your downtime. It's easy to waste time in front of the TV or scrolling through social media, but that time could be spent on something more productive: learning, reading, exercising, or connecting with others in meaningful ways. Ask yourself, is this how I want to spend my time? Is this contributing to my growth or my success? The more you focus on the activities that nourish your mind, body, and soul, the more you'll feel in control of your time. The truth is, time management is all about focus. You can't manage time in the same way you manage money. But you can choose to focus on what's important. You can decide how to use your time and how to make each day count. Every minute is an opportunity to get closer to your goals, to become the person you want to be, and to live the life you desire. So take control of your time, protect it, value it, and use it wisely, because once it's gone, you'll never get it back. Learning is the most powerful tool you have for creating the life you want. It's the one thing that no one can take away from you, and it's the key to unlocking endless possibilities. Life doesn't stand still, and neither should you. The world is constantly changing, and if you're not learning, you're falling behind. Success isn't just about working hard or having the right opportunities. It's about the mindset of continuous growth, committing to learning every single day. You've heard it before, knowledge is power. But what does that really mean? It means that the more you know, the more opportunities you have to succeed. It means that when you learn something new, you open doors to new experiences, new connections, and new strategies that can help you overcome obstacles and achieve your goals. Every piece of knowledge you acquire adds value to your life, and the more you learn, the better equipped you are to handle the challenges that come your way. The most successful people aren't the ones who know everything, they're the ones who are committed to learning continuously. They understand that success is a journey, not a destination. And in order to navigate that journey, they have to keep growing, evolving, and adapting. The world won't wait for you to catch up, and the opportunities that come your way will pass you by if you're not constantly upgrading your skills and knowledge. Learning is not a one-time event, it's a lifelong process. You should never stop being curious, never stop seeking new information, and never stop asking questions. This doesn't mean you need to have all the answers, but it does mean you should always be open to discovering new ways of thinking, new ideas, and new approaches to solving problems. The more you learn, the more equipped you are to handle whatever life throws at you. Reading is one of the most powerful ways to learn. Books are filled with the wisdom of those who have walked the path before you. They've made the mistakes, learned the lessons, and figured out the strategies that work. When you read, you're tapping into decades, even centuries of accumulated knowledge. But learning doesn't just come from books. It comes from listening to people, attending seminars, engaging in meaningful conversations, and watching what others are doing. It comes from experience and reflection. You don't have to know everything right away, but you do need to commit to learning something every day. This could be as simple as listening to an educational podcast, reading a chapter of a book, or watching a video that challenges your way of thinking. Over time, these small efforts compound, and before you know it, you'll have a wealth of knowledge and experience to draw from. The greatest asset you can have is a hunger for knowledge. If you're always looking to learn, you'll never stop growing. But the key is to apply what you learn. Knowledge without action is useless. It's not enough to just gather information. You must take what you've learned and put it into practice. Use it to solve problems, create solutions, and make better decisions. The more you learn, the more you can offer to others. As you expand your knowledge, you become a resource for those around you. You'll be able to mentor others, provide insights, and add value to your relationships and your career. This is how you stand out, by constantly growing, evolving, and sharing the lessons you've learned. Remember, the pursuit of knowledge is not just about gaining information, it's about transforming yourself. Learning continuously doesn't just change what you know, it changes who you are. And when you focus on becoming a lifelong learner, you create a future that's full of growth, opportunity, and success. So make it a priority. Invest in your growth. Every day is a new opportunity to learn and get better. And the more you learn, the more doors will open for you. One of the biggest traps people fall into is comparing themselves to others. It's natural to look around and see what others are doing, what they've achieved, or what they have that you don't. But the moment you allow comparison to take over your mindset, you're giving away your power. Comparison is one of the fastest ways to kill your confidence and rob you of the joy that comes from focusing on your own journey. It's easy to get caught in the trap of thinking that someone else's success is a reflection of your failure. But that's not how life works. Just because someone else has reached a certain level of success doesn't mean you're behind or lacking. Their journey is their own, and yours is unique to you. Success isn't a race. It's a personal journey, and comparing yourself to others only serves to distract you from your own progress. The real focus should be on your own development, your own growth, and your own goals. You need to stop looking over your shoulder and start looking ahead. Where do you want to go? What do you want to achieve? Your life isn't defined by the achievements of others, it's defined by the actions you take and the progress you make. It's about improving yourself, setting your own standards, and pushing yourself to become the best version of yourself. When you compare, you start focusing on what you don't have, what you haven't done, or what you think you should be. This only creates dissatisfaction and frustration. It's a mindset that keeps you stuck in a state of longing instead of action.